What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Vikings franchise series. And as you can see here, we are in week one. I made a decision to go ahead and sim the rest of the preseason. We did see one game, and I just didn't really think it was going to be that exciting to continue watching all the backups play. We don't even have that many we can watch right now because of our issue with the salary cap that we're trying to get out of. So we just simmed it. I didn't even have enough players on the roster to have to make cuts. That's how bad off we are with our salary cap right now. So I decided, let's just sim it. While I was doing that, though, we did get a couple of injuries. So as you can see here, our first injury, Alexander Madison, partial MCL tear, is going to miss the first 3 weeks of the season. And Antoine Whitehead is also going to be out for week one of my top draft picks, which is awesome. So that's what we're starting out with. The good thing about that is everybody saw how happy I was with Montez Strickland playing exceptionally well in our one game. And I'm going to go ahead and put him at the power back position for the next few weeks and see if what we saw was a fluke or if he really is going to be a solid contributor on this team. Before we get into our matchup with the Seahawks and the game in general, I did want to touch base on some of the stories that have gone on around the franchise, around the league, that I didn't get a chance to touch on because of my mess up with the video formatting 2 episodes ago. As I told you guys in the beginning, I will be running a story generator, and I'm not going to go over every single one of them because some of them were very minor, but there were a few noteworthy ones that I did want to let you guys know about, so we'll go ahead and go over those now. Now, I do want to make sure that you guys know this generator requires you to pretty much be on every team. That was part of the reason I wanted to have a profile on every team, because it had stuff like suspensions and injuries that aren't caused in Madden that are done by this generator, so I can't really do those. So I'm only going to do the ones that have like a ratings increase or a ratings decrease. It's not drastic. It usually moves them about 1 to 2 overalls in the other direction, but there are situations where guys can lose their development or gain their development, and that's what I'm going to touch on here with these stories. So first, let's go ahead and get over the rosters. One of the more notable ones that we had was Daniel Jones ended up getting a good role here. He was a 74 overall, and because of the dedicated offseason feature in the story generator, he moves up to a 77. Now, it's not exactly a night and day difference in his ratings, but it might end up meaning that the Giants may not have to actually go for a quarterback in this upcoming draft. They tried with Christopher Richards, but that did not end up playing out too well for them. So it's going to be interesting to see if Daniel Jones uses this extra little attribute boost to really cement himself as the quarterback for the Giants. Another one worth mentioning is Benardrick McKinney. He went from a 78 to an 80 with the dedicated offseason role. I'll mention DJ Dallas's because obviously we're playing the Seahawks this week. He ended up gaining 3 overalls from his. And if you're wondering how the overalls are determined, it's the same exact step for anybody that you're doing it. You take plus 10 awareness, and then it's also plus 5 to their top 3 attributes. And I tried to do things other than speed. I didn't touch speed and acceleration and all that because that's just not realistic. I did, carrying, ball carrier vision, trucking, things like that, just using an example with a running back, instead of doing the physical attributes like speed and strength, because that just, to me, doesn't make much sense. So Dallas went from a 66 up to a 69, and now he's got a 70 with the scheme adjustment. So that might be something to keep an eye on. He might end up being able to, help Seattle a little bit more, which is, I'm surprised his rating was so low because if I remember correctly, he's actually had quite a few good games and few big plays for the Seahawks in the last year or so. But either way, so he went up 3. I think he was the biggest overall jump. And this one I was so happy about because you guys know I said that I really missed on Peterson. I reached for a linebacker after losing out on Cage, and Peterson was not the guy. But he ended up getting one of the dedicated off seasons. He goes from a 66 to a 68. I mean, it's not going to change the world, but I feel a little bit better about him now. He's got a better starting point for us. Now on to the lazy offseason portion of it. And this is the one where we take away, we pretty much do the same exact thing but opposite for the lazy offseason. We take away, I think it's 10 for awareness, and then it's take away three from their top 3 attributes. Yes, I'll have to look at the paper again. I'm only going to do it like once a year because of the whole situation where I can't be on every team. Some of the people that got affected were big names, and one of them was Desean Payne. Desean Payne ended up going from an 89 down to an 86. He's still up to an 89 because of the +3, but that was a pretty big drop and a pretty big name player for the Washington football team. And he was not the only one. Montez Sweat also felt the wrath of the lazy offseason, and he only dropped to 1. He went 83 to 82, so it wasn't a big drop for him. We already saw what he did at a 68 in the preseason game, so I'm a little concerned right now if Kellen Mond is going to be able to rebound from that. Did not like to see that one, but I'm a very honest person when it comes to my franchises. I don't like to cheat the system, and if I didn't do it to him, that would have been a really bad look. So Kellen Mond drops to a 66 instead of a 68. Yeah, we're going to have to see what happens here. We know Kirk Cousins is not going to last forever. This might be his last season with us. I feel like he's going to end up dropping to like a 73, 72 area at the end of this season, depending on how he performs. But he is 34. So regardless of how he performs, he's getting to that stage where these guys are going to start to drop. Quarterbacks don't drop right away at 30, but once you get to these like mid-30s, they are going to drop. So that was all of the lazy offseason and dedicated offseason ones. And I wanted to talk about the key stories. This is from free agency and some of the starting positions that I saw throughout the franchise when I was looking around at stuff this morning. Some of the stuff I saw was really, really cool. As you know, we had a few good quarterbacks coming into the series this year round, and both of them are going to end up starting for their teams. So one is Josh Franklin for the Steelers. As you can see, Ben Roethlisberger, he took a massive hit. Massive. I'm actually curious to see how bad was his progression or regression. What was his overall before this? I mean, my gosh, he's a 66. Anyway, Franklin will take over. Week 1 starting quarterback, brand new guy, first time since 2004? I think that's when Roethlisberger was drafted, 2005. That's a long time quarterback who's no longer going to be starting anymore. And we got a rookie in there, Josh Franklin. And the other one being Zachary Farr. Zachary Farr out of Ohio State will be the starter for the Miami Dolphins. I'm not sure why they brought in Jameis Winston out of free agency, but I guess, hey, you don't know what you're going to get in the draft, so you have to try to secure those positions ahead of time if you can, and that's what they did. So Farr will be the starter for Miami. A couple of other notable free agent signings. The Colts were busy in the offseason. They brought in both Michael Gallup and Juju Smith-Schuster to their wide receiver room. Very aggressive move for the Colts, so that's something we're going to have to keep an eye on to see if that helps Carson Wentz get back to his old ways, or younger ways, I guess I should say. Speaking of the Colts, Jonathan Taylor is hurt for this week. Oh boy, he's got that glitch. He's got the glowing head glitch. Okay. Some other key injuries that I saw were DeAndre Hopkins and Rondale Moore, both starting receivers for the Cardinals, will be out. Is it just this week? 1 week for Moore and 1 week for Hopkins. I'm not sure if that happened during practice or if that happened during the preseason. The rookie wide receiver, Kenny Lewis, he will be the number 1. They have like nobody else. Tough break for the Cardinals. The Bucs end up signing Christian Kirk out of free agency, which I thought was a really good move. Him and Mike Evans together should be a really, really good combination. They do still have Tom Brady. He's still kicking. Of course, we're going to give Brady another target. That's awesome. One storyline that I did mention in the video that I lost was Davante Adams signing with the Jaguars and leaving Green Bay. Now, I know that it's unrealistic sometimes when a guy like this leaves the team, and I did try to stop it. That was part of the reason I wanted to have a coach profile on every team, was because I knew that Adams always leaves the Packers after one season. And I thought maybe I could change that. I thought maybe it was just like they lowballed him too much and he just decided not to sign. But when I went and looked, it's actually because they have no money. They don't have enough money to pay him. So I couldn't force their salary cap to work. There wasn't a lot of guys that I could just outright cut without making the situation worse, especially given the type of contract he wanted. So he leaves, he joins the Jaguars, who now, after the draft that we gave them, have Davante Adams and Devontae Baker. I just realized they pretty much have the same first name. So Adams and Baker, who I did move here. I moved Baker to the number 2. Well, Chenault is the number 2, but Chenault is also the main slot guy. So Baker will be on the field for a good chunk of the time on offense, which could really catapult Trevor Lawrence in this series. Another team that we're going to have to keep an eye on. Between Lawrence, they have Robinson, who's really young and really good, plus Etienne. I probably butchered that. I can't say that guy's last name to save my life. And now they have this stacked receiver room. Plus they have Marvin Jones. And I didn't want to be rude to Marvin Jones, but bro, you're 32. We need to see what these young guys got. We can't be, stunting their growth because you're still around. It's great that you're a high overall still, but we got to see what Baker and Chenault have. We know Chenault's a star already. His overall is just not showing it yet. But Baker, this could be a lethal combination for the Jaguars. And they brought in David Njoku. I didn't even notice that. Wow. All right. This team is somebody to watch. We already talked about this team because we lost to them in the preseason. But it is something to mention. Chris Godwin went to the Jets. A huge move for the Jets to help out Zach Wilson. I was looking at Corey Davis. To help out Zach Wilson as he tries to become... Oh, he's a superstar now? Really? Okay, Zach Wilson. Oh, he's got the glowing head too. Okay. All right. When did he gain that? Oh, right here. It must have been... Oh, he won Offensive Rookie of the Year. This is why I was so upset about losing stuff, because now I don't even remember what happened last year with some of these guys. Look at that. 32 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, 3,500 passing yards. I feel like that passing yard total is a little low. I don't know. But again, it's the Jets, so who knows. Nice season, though, for Zach Wilson. Much better than what he was having in real life, that's for sure. The last notable mention, and this one is because it's in our division. Courtland Sutton ends up going to Detroit. Leaving Denver for Detroit. And it looks like Jacoby Myers as well. I don't think they had Myers last year. They had a really bad receiving corps, but they really got some help there. Because Quintez Cephas can be a solid contributor, but I just don't think he can be the number one. So now they have 3 guys that they can use. The question still revolves around what Goff is going to do. Goff has been up and down, especially down, a lot of down since coming to Detroit, which seems to sort of be just the way of life for people who play for the Detroit Lions, which at some point you think that's got to change. Since I've been watching football, the Lions have pretty much been the joke of the NFC North. I don't think it's ever not been that way. And I'm not even trying to take a shot at the Lions. There might be a person or two that ends up watching this that's a Lions fan, and I'm not taking a shot at your team, but this has been the truth. It's been a very, very bad 20, 30 years for this team, ever since Barry Sanders retired, pretty much. I think you guys can agree with that. Ever since Sanders decided to hang it up, it's just been not good. So we'll see what happens this year. That they have some good receivers now. And the last bit of news to talk about is a decision I made for the purpose of this franchise, and because I think it is very realistic. Of course, I don't know if this is going to end up being the team that makes the move if the move happens, but the team that I thought was going to make the move now has a new quarterback in this series, so that was put to rest. But Desean Watson, as you guys know, last year I put him as not starting. I put Davis Mills, and I pretty much made it so that Watson didn't play last year, because that's what happened in real life. And I was thinking to myself, can I have Watson just come back and be the Texans quarterback? I mean, I already brought the real life scenario into play with our first season. Is it right for me to just erase that and let them go back to what they were doing this year? And I also thought that maybe we could use a curveball. So I set out and looked for a trade, and I had two teams in mind. Both teams needed a quarterback. One of them needed a quarterback super bad, but they had no money. They couldn't make the deal. That one team was the Saints. You can see here they let go of Jameis Winston, as we now know he is in Miami backing up Zachary Farr. They have Ian Book as their starting quarterback this year. And Ian Book in real life might end up being a decent quarterback at some point, but in Madden, he's not good. He's a 63. James Morgan's a 61. Thorson 51. They have no quarterback, and I tried to make a trade with the Saints for Desean Watson. I thought that would be a great story. Kamara, Thomas, but they didn't have the money, so I couldn't do that. There was one other team that was on my list of teams that really needed a quarterback, and they had the money, and I pulled the trigger. And I don't know what you guys think about the move that I made or the price that was given, but I thought I did pretty well. So I jumped on the Texans, and I made a trade with none other than the Washington football team. Yes, I traded Desean Watson to the Washington football team, and in exchange for Watson, they gave up their first round pick this year, their first round pick next year, and they also gave up DJ Chark, the wide receiver, formerly of Jacksonville. I didn't know what else to do. I just felt it was wrong to let Desean Watson play for the Texans. I also felt wrong for him to not play at all. So that's the decision we made. And plus, I think Washington is a much better place for him right now. They have a really good team. They have Antonio Gibson. They have the receivers, McLaurin, Samuel, De'Ami Brown is there, Paris Campbell. Robert Tonyan is actually a pretty formidable tight end. I didn't know they signed him. Their line needs some work at left tackle, but other than that, pretty solid. We know their defense is great. Montez Sweat, Chase Young, Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Matthew Ioannidis. I think I said that right. They have a really good team. He has a better chance to win in Washington than he did in Houston. Houston needs a lot of work. So we made that move for the Texans. Another storyline we're going to have to keep tabs on, because that's just really interesting to see what's going to happen. Does Desean Watson come back with a vengeance? And does he have a comeback year for maybe a comeback player of the year type of scenario? Of course, Madden doesn't offer that, which I understand. That'd be really hard for them to compute. But that's not something we can definitely take a look at. That we can ourselves can see, does this guy have that kind of a storyline? And now the Texans have pieces to rebuild. They have 2 first-round picks in the next 2 drafts. And they have a solid young wide receiver to build around. Let's take a look at the Texans. Davis Mills, I don't know how he's only still a 69. He had a pretty good season last year. He had 32 touchdowns to 16 interceptions, if I remember correctly. We'll take a look. He is star now, which is good. 34 touchdowns to 16 interceptions. Pretty similar to Zach Wilson. I'm not sure. He actually had a higher rating than Zach Wilson. I'm surprised he's not a higher overall, but it is what it is. So Mills will be the guy again this year. I also signed Tyrod Taylor back because They obviously needed a backup, and the other guy was Ben DiNucci. But you just look at this roster, and they are full of question marks. They have Lindsey and they have Michelle, but neither one of them have really put their stamp down as the number one guy. Brandon Cooks has been a journeyman almost all of his career. The last couple of years with the Texans have actually probably been his most steady spot since the Saints. But now they have DJ Chark. But then look at before that. They had Guyton, Wilson, and Nico Collins, and Gary Jennings. That was their other guys, aside from Cooks, was these four. So it was definitely needed. They needed a receiver. The DJ Chark comes over. I think that was a solid move. Again, they have Rob Gronkowski. I don't get that signing. Madden just does what Madden does. They had Brevin Jordan. You would have liked to see him develop more. They have some pieces, but they just need some work, especially on the defensive side of the ball. They also brought in Leighton Vander Esch. That's something I forgot to mention. Oh, Will Hyde is hurt. Oh, just 1 week. Will Hyde, that's a nice building piece for them. Do they always have Davis and King? I feel like they didn't. King might have been an addition. I love going through this stuff. Like I love making a world out of this franchise, and that's half the reason I wanted to make a series, because of this. So we are going to do this from time to time. I hope it's something that you guys enjoy. Just keeping tabs on the other teams that we are going to be playing and just in our universe. If you have any other teams that you want me to go over or you want to know more about, feel free to let me know, and we can definitely make time for that. I would like to do this more often, maybe every couple of weeks, every couple of episodes. We can do a quick recap of what's been happening around the league outside of our own team. But that is the end of our current league update. And the last part for this video is going to be us playing the Seahawks. Our first full regular season game. We are still running the base books. I'm wondering if I should maybe try the live playbooks. I think I'm going to do that. Okay, so we went over the key storylines. We looked at some of the draft picks. One guy that I forgot to show you guys is Rashard Cage. The guy that I wanted. And don't get me wrong, I'm happy with Whitehead. I think that they are both pretty much the same player. But Rashard Cage ended up going to the Chargers. He's a player we're going to have to follow. You know, I'm going to try to follow some of these rookies that come in and just follow their careers if they have a good storyline. And right off the bat, we had Cage, that was one of my favorite players in this last draft class, especially considering where I could have got him, and we just missed on him. I don't know. If I remember correctly, it wasn't by that much. It was by maybe a half a round. But he ends up going to the Chargers. I believe he's going to start right away, because I'm pretty sure they still run a 3-4. So it'll be him and Kenneth Murray Jr. That's going to be an interesting storyline to follow as well. But now that we've done all the updates, it's time for our first game. We'll go over the college players next week when we can choose where our scouts go. I already did a little bit of legwork on that because it's such a long process now. And I didn't want to... I could make an entire video or two just off of going over that stuff. If you want me to do more in depth with the college players, I can do that. Just let me know. But I'll just touch on them lightly until further notice, because it's such a long process and things are always changing and trying to figure out who's going to be what. I will keep track of the stories on the side so that way we know who's going to be making storylines and who's dropping on the draft board. But that's for another time. Let's go ahead and let's get into our first regular season game. It's game time. All right. So we're going to take the touchback. And here comes the man, Kirk Cousins. Start off first and 10 in shotgun here. Back to pass. Quick pass to the outside. A nice quick catch for Irv Smith Jr. I'm not sure how much of the game we're going to watch, how much I'm going to sim, and how much I'm just going to cut out. It's going to depend on how this game goes. Here we go. Dalvin off that right side. And cannot find a lane. Gets about 4 yards, though. It ends up being a pretty good gain. Remember from the preseason game, we were trying this right side. It didn't work till Madison came in. Madison's not here. I'm interested to see what we do on our first third down. I'm a little concerned we're going to try to run it straight up the middle, and that doesn't seem to work all too often. But we are in shotgun. Crowd is going. We're going to pass it. 3rd and 1. We get it to Dalvin Cook up the sideline, and he's out of bounds at the 46. Great play call. Brown on the stop, but Cook gets 12, and we got a fresh set of downs. Another handoff for Cook. 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Cousins got to get rid of it, and he throws it away out of bounds. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 9. Already in a 3rd and long situation. I do not like these. We're passing a lot. We're looking for the screen. We got the setup. Can he get the first? Breaks 1 tackle, but he is brought down by Brooks, Jordan Brooks, the outside linebacker. It's going to bring us to 4th down, and it's going to bring up our first punt of the year. I highly doubt we go for a field goal here. That'd be pretty bad. We're at the 48. Let's not get any crazy ideas. That's the guy we have to worry about today is DK Metcalf. He is always going to be a problem, and we do not have the strongest of corners. Cam Dantzler is better size matchup for him, but his overall is not there. Mike Hughes is betterly rated to match up against him, but his size is much less than that of DK. And they're going to start off at the ground with Chris Carson, and he will get just a yard. Nice play by Kendricks and Pierce to get the stop. Back to pass. Oh, blitz off the side. Nothing there. Nice catch. It's DK Metcalf on the comeback route, working against Cam Dantzler. That's going to be a tough matchup, man. That's going to be something we have to keep an eye on all game long. Perfectly thrown ball, right on time. Metcalf gets him to bite up field. Hand off to Carson, who's got a nice lane up the middle. Blows through Xavier Woods. Brought down at the 44. Gain of 8. Let's see if they go back to Carson on the draw on this play. Oh, Wilson under pressure. He gets rid of it to who else but DK Metcalf again. Was just sitting there in the hitch route. Nobody around him. Oh, he's going deep. DK, play made. I don't think he had a chance at it, even if Woods isn't there, just because of how deep in the end zone they were. But good play all around. And speaking of Woods, there he is again, coming up to make the stop on Carson. Now they're quickly into 3rd and 9. Can we get off the field? Can we do the same thing to them? Wilson looking to pass, gets rid of it, and he finds a wide open Carson down the sideline, breaking a tackle down to the 12-yard line. Oh, no. They stole a page out of our first drive. They throw the flare route to Carson, and he was wide open. There was nobody out there. Oh, that was a wheel route. And just nobody picked him up. Good play call. Seattle is looking like they're going to put one in the end zone on us already. Hopefully we can get a stop, at least force a field goal. Empty set on 1st down. Wilson moving out of the pocket, and he's going to throw it away. Nobody open. Gets rid of it. Lives to see another day. And now in the pistol formation. And it's a handoff to Carson off the right side. Carson slips through somehow, and he'll get down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. I don't know how he got through, and you can see here Wilson, he's got his thing activated. He knows we're blitzing. Breland and Kendricks both coming. And he goes exactly where the blitz came from, finds Tyler Lockett on the slant. An excellent play call. And the Seahawks are going to go on the board first here in our first game of the season. That is what happens when you play a guy like Russell Wilson. He is so good at finding the holes, playing you against your own strength in the blitz. I don't know if he audibled to that or if they just knew something or if it was just luck, but Lockett ran the route exactly where the blitz came from. There was nobody home to stop it. Great play call. A 10-play, 86-yard drive to open things up for the Seahawks. First drive, we come out and we get 1 first down, I believe, or was it 2, and end up having to punt. We let the Seahawks just march right down the field. We have to find a way to answer back here. Can Kirk Cousins get us down there? Back to pass. Cousins got to get rid of it, and he just does, but it's going to fall incomplete at the feet of Irv Smith Jr. Lucky to get that one off and not take the sack. He was being chased down by 2 defenders. Back to pass again. Quick release to Irv Smith. And Smith gets out to the 30, gain of about 5 or 6 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4. We need to convert here. A quick 3 and out is not going to help us at all. Throws it, and Justin Jefferson makes the catch on the slant route, working against Sidney Jones. That'll give us a fresh set of downs and a gain of 5. If our line can't hold up. Handoff to Cook, up the middle, breaking a couple of tackles across the 40 to the 41, and we have our first injury. It's Jadeveon Clowney. That is big for the Seahawks, and good for us, unfortunately. Oh, and he's laid down. Uh-oh, he might be done. I think he's going to be done for the game. Usually you get that animation where they throw their helmet when they're coming back. We'll see if he comes back, but for now, he's out. Play action fake. Cousins, he's going over the middle. Oh, what in the world was that? It looked like he was going, I don't know where that was going. It hit a lineman in the butt, I think. 3rd and 5, just like that. Throwing it deep and caught by Justin Jefferson again. A big play. We're down to the 37. Quick pass. Jefferson, I think that was that a post route? Maybe a crossing route? He got that inside leverage, and it was game over. Now we're in field goal range about. Hopefully we can at least get some points out of this drive. We need about another 5 for me to feel comfortable. Handoff to Cook, who cuts it inside, and he's down to the 30-yard line. A nice job. They did an update recently this week, and I'm telling you guys, they might say they didn't do anything, but they definitely changed something because the running backs are playing so much more realistic in this kind of gameplay. Got to get rid of it. Chucks it deep, and it's caught! It's caught by Adam Thielen. Are you... Wow! What a play by Adam Thielen. Just a jump ball. Cousins took a shot on the play, too. I'm surprised he got that off that good. I don't know why Mike Hughes seems upset. We just scored a touchdown. Throwing it off the back foot. Jump ball. Adam Thielen versus Quandre Diggs, the free safety. It was never in doubt. That's why we love Adam Thielen. Oh, here we go. Second defensive series. We got to find a way to slow them down. Lock it in motion. Wilson looking to pass. He does. It's picked off. Eric Kendricks with the interception. He was lurking over the middle and just waited. Great job by Eric Kendricks. That's a huge turnover for us. It looked like Carson actually caused the pass to go haywire. He was looking to dump it down to Lockett, who was coming in on the hitch route. Because of Carson hitting his arm, the ball just floated in the air and landed right in the breadbasket of Kendricks. We'll take it. You got to take any breaks you can get when you're playing a team like Seattle in Seattle. And now we have a chance to take the lead. Handoff to Cook, cuts it back down to the 21-yard line. Another nice quick gain of 4. Bunch set to the right. Back to pass. Cousins got time. Gets rid of it. Incomplete. He had Jefferson and Thielen in the area, but neither one could get to the ball. 3rd and 6. Just can't take a big sack here, and we can at least get a field goal. Blitz coming up the middle. Oh, a nice play by Cook. He's going to the end zone, and it's way overthrown. He was looking for Thielen again. And we'll have to settle for the field goal with Joey Sly. Can we hopefully repeat last drive? What a hit by Harrison Smith. They tried to go Carson off the left side, and Harrison Smith came around with a vengeance. One thing I forgot to mention is I decided to put Troy Dye at starting linebacker in replace of Whitehead. Back to pass, 2nd and 11. He gets rid of it quickly, and what a play by Breeland. Puts a hit on the receiver, forcing the incompletion. 3rd and 11. You have to wonder if they're going to look for DK on this play. Working against Dantzler. Wilson going over the middle. Wide open is Disley, the tight end. Out across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 1st down, Seattle. We played back on that drive. It almost looked like a cover 4 type of play where our guys just fell back. And there was nobody over the middle. Yeah, Barr was dropping back with... Who was that? The Dockett? Good play call to draw the coverage away from the underneath route to get the first. I formation. Going to Carson up the middle. Carson is met immediately. Who was that? Troy Dye. Troy Dye makes the play. 2nd and 8. A nice catch and immediately wrapped up by Harrison Smith. Who is number 1? I can't remember who number 1 is. 3rd and 3. Can we get off the field here? Quick pass. Nope. Wide open is DK Metcalf. He's going to get it across midfield down to the 45. That is going to be a really tough matchup. I know I've said it before, but I'm just sitting here thinking about it. We got 3 more quarters of this. He's already got 3 catches for 43 yards. And I don't think we have a defender who is good enough to cover him one-on-one. I just don't. I mean, so far it seems to be in zone coverage that he's been getting us. The first catch against Dantzler was definitely man. But these soft spots in the zone are going to cost us dearly when it comes to DK Metcalf. Because now we're not only letting him catch it, but we're giving him space to run and maneuver. Another pass to Metcalf, and he turns it upfield on Dantzler, and he's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. He is just an animal. 4 catches, 71 yards in the first quarter alone. I am worried about this secondary for the rest of this game. This is going to be rough. Aside from that 1 interception, they've been pretty much doing what they want to do, and now Metcalf is in the slot with nobody over him. We're playing zone. Looking for the screen setup, and they get the screen to Carson, and Carson is gone. Touchdown, Seattle. He didn't even use his blockers. He just ran in front of him, and there was still nobody there. Nobody even recognized that it was coming. Barr and Kendricks were both still sitting in the middle of the field. And Carson has an easy walk-in touchdown. Shotgun. Cousins back to pass. Gets rid of it to KJ Osborne, who's out across the 30 to the 34. Diggs on the stop. 2nd and 2. Passing again. Another pass, and it is somehow caught by Osborne. Him and Thielen played hot potato with the football for a minute, but nonetheless, 1st down for us. I really wish we'd start running the ball more. We have Dalvin Cook, for crying out loud. There we go. There we go, Dalvin. Dalvin finds a groove up the middle, still on his feet, and Dalvin is gone! What some running by Dalvin Cook! Just as I said it, they answer my prayers, and we take one to the house for 61 yards. Look at the moves up the middle for Dalvin Cook here. 1-man miss, 2-man miss, 3, 4, 5, and then just outruns the rest. An absolutely great run. And that is why you give the ball to 33. So we definitely answered back with a bang there. I wanted some more running. We got some more running. Wilson back to pass, gets rid of it quickly. Carson breaks a tackle, and he is out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Harrison Smith, you don't see him miss many tackles. He's maybe he's losing a little bit in his older age. Carson is a heck of a player, but that's usually a tackle that Harrison Smith makes. 2nd and 1. Both teams have the almost identical play calling when it comes to balance. Oh, and there's a big hit from Harrison Smith. He hits Colby Parkinson as he makes the catch for 5, and he will get the first down, but he paid for it. See if they go back to Carson here. No, they're going to pass it again. Quick pass over the middle to Lockett, and Kendricks is there to make the play, but not before giving up 9 yards. And the Seahawks about to cross midfield again. They have been having their way with our defense. Handoff to the left side. Kendricks is there to make the stop, but they get the first down. They got the yard they needed. Now they're at midfield. Handoff to Carson. Nothing available for him there. Troy Dye and Kendricks teaming up on the run. Stacked formation on both sides here, looking to try to confuse our corners. And it works enough for them to get a first down. Tyler Lockett on the outside release, working against Breland. Gets the first, 13 of 17, 185 yards in this first half. Wilson has been throwing it like crazy today. Blitz incoming, but not before he gets it off to Eskridge, who's breaking tackles on the outside, inside the 35, down at the 33-yard line. We've got to get a stop here, guys. They've got a strong formation to the left, and they still decide to pass it. Carson Wentz. Did I really just say Carson Wentz? I did. Chris Carson. Wow. Carson Wentz isn't even on the field, guys, on either team, as you guys know. A deep pass, and Disley's wide open. He gets him on the wheel route, working against Anthony Barr. And we are in trouble in the secondary, folks. 3 times we have gotten burned on pass plays. And that's what I'm telling our coordinator right there. What are you doing, man? Where is the coverage? Anthony Barr is not a slouch at linebacker. I know he's not the greatest, but man, we are getting toasted today. This is almost as bad as the preseason game. Defense gives up a third touchdown. We need our offense to keep up with them. We're going back to the air. Quick pass. He's in trouble. He gets rid of it just in time, and it's caught but out of bounds for Irv Smith Jr. Like I said last drive, we need to start running it more with Dalvin Cook. We do a play-action pass, get rid of it quickly, and it's tipped in the air, incomplete. Going for Adam Thielen. 3rd and 10. I'm not liking how much passing is getting called in these live books right now. I might have to go back to the regular. And there is Dalvin Cook wide open. Is he going to take it again? No, he gets tackled at the 20-yard line. These wheel routes and these flare routes have been working for both teams today. Almost too good. I don't know if this is a Madden issue or if this is just the play calling issue, but these routes are just being left wide open all day. It's almost like the defenders aren't dropping down to cover the flat routes or the wheel routes with the running backs. Somebody's got to pick these guys. I mean, hey, I'm happy. Dalvin Cook had a great play. Cook breaking a tackle up the middle to the 15, gain of actually just about 2. But what I was saying is I do care about the health of this game, and that is something that might have to get looked at. Hand off to Cook again. Cook down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. 8 carries, 92 yards. Of course, we know that 60 of them came off of one run. And Cook is tired. Could we see Strickland come into the game at some point? Oh, no, he fumbled it. Luckily, Thielen's there to recover. That's why I was trying to find a balance for auto subs, but I was a little concerned if I put them too high that we wouldn't see guys come back in the game because of that early issue where the fatigue was just not letting guys play again. And as you're seeing there, another walk-off injury for the Seahawks defense in Ford. And Nwanu is in the game now at running back. Do we give him a shot? No, we don't. Throwing it to the end zone. It's picked off. Wide open. The corner was just sitting there waiting for him to throw the ball, and he did it. Absolutely stupid throw for Kirk Cousins. He was just sitting there. There was no way you're getting that ball to Justin Jefferson in the corner there. That was just a horrible throw. You can't make that throw at all. You can't do it. Cousins is you have to have better decision making. We saw Russell Wilson throw the interception before, but we saw that was also not his fault, right? The Chris Carson hits his arm and it just makes the ball wobble out of control. Cousins just threw it right to him. Handoff for Cook as he gets about 3 yards. We just have to have more consistency at quarterback. That's just ridiculous. Thielen in motion. Fakes the handoff to Cook. Nothing there. He's met right away by Jamal Adams. He will get a yard or two, but Seahawks are on the verge of making this a blowout. We got to settle down and get in a rhythm here on offense. We also need our defense to step up at some point. Another handoff to Cook, and nothing there. And now it's 4th down. I'm not sure why we call a draw on 3rd and 6, considering we didn't want to run in all these other first down situations, but we decided to run it on 3rd and 6. That was just a great decision. I'm being very sarcastic, by the way. Here we go. We're on defense again. Wilson looking to pass, and he misses his target. He was looking for, was it Disley? I'm not sure if it was Disley, but he was looking for, looks like it's one of his tight ends over the middle. Rolling out of the pocket, and he gets hit as he throws. Almost got the sack, but Wilson gets rid of it just in the nick of time. 3rd and 10. Nice pressure by Danielle Hunter. That's a guy that we really need to see start making some plays for us in this game. Just Danielle Hunter. Forcing Wilson. He's going to try to run it. No, he dumps it off to Disley across the field and wide open. Another big play for the Seahawks and a nice play for Disley as well. 3 catches, 67 yards. We're letting anybody today who wants to get a good stat line get one. Kendricks doesn't really pick him up, which I understood because he's got a guy coming behind him too, so you're sort of stuck there. That's the point of that concept, of course, is to confuse guys if you're in the right coverage and make them pick and choose. Wilson had a choice of 2 guys. And a run by Carson. Kendricks makes a stop. We have done well in the running game, but the passing game has been too wide open. Way too wide open. Which is something we sort of knew. We knew that we were going to have a hard time with our secondary so far in this series. Back to pass again. He's got all day, and he dumps it off to Carson on the sideline. A quick gain of about a few yards, it looks like. Carson, too, 5 catches, 64 yards. They could have 3 guys go over 100 yards receiving in this game if we're not careful. We don't get the ball after the half either. We got it to open the game. So we cannot let them drive down the field and score on this drive. We have to shut it down. And we don't. We let Lockett beat Barr. For some reason, Anthony Barr is playing man coverage against Tyler Lockett, and that's just asking for trouble. We saw him get beat by the tight end earlier on the wheel route. He's definitely going to get beat by Lockett, who is a really, really good receiver. I formation, and they're going to pass it. Kendricks almost gets there on the pressure, but Wilson's able to get rid of it, and it's almost intercepted. Oh, no, Dantzler almost had the pick against DK Metcalf, but he couldn't get his second foot down. That could have been a play. That could have been a game changer. And there's Dalvin Tomlinson. We finally get a sack. I've been waiting all day for us to get one. And Dalvin Tomlinson is the guy to finally do it. 3rd and 18. This is our chance to get off of the field. We just can't give up 18 yards. Why do I feel like we're going to give this up? Okay, and they just run it. There we go. Kirk Cousins himself, he started out good, but now he's 10 of 18. He's almost close to that 50% completion mark. We have to have some seriously good plays here if we want to make something happen before the half. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. You got to throw the ball, man. You got to throw the ball. You can't just sit there. Tried to run the screen, and Kirk Cousins just decided to hold on to the ball. Now we're back 2nd and 21. Cook in motion outside. And he gets rid of it to Irv Smith Jr., who is not even going to get out of bounds. And we call our last timeout with 21 seconds left. I don't know if we're even going to get a chance to get into field goal range at this point. We're still back at our own 31. We need about 30, 40, 35 yards for a comfortable field goal. Looking to pass, and he's going deep over the middle. And it's caught by Adam Thielen. But now we're not going to get a chance to down it because we're going to watch a replay. Right, Madden? Right, Madden? Yep, we're going to keep watching a replay. Yep, that's what we're going to do. 8 seconds left, no timeouts. We're not going to do a hurry up. No, we're going to watch a replay. I love it. I love it. And now, no time left. Yep. What did I tell you guys? We watched the replay, though. Good thing for that. Okay, Kirk Cousins, it's on you, man. We're going to win and lose based off of your play for the next 2 quarters. And, ooh, that was a mean hit. Bobby Wagner. You didn't have to do it like that. But they're starting to key in on our run. We had that one big run, but other than that, we haven't really had a whole lot of success with Dalvin Cook. Play action fake for Cousins. He gets rid of it short to Dalvin Cook for a whole gain of 1. And now we're at 3rd and 8. We got to find a way to get Justin Jefferson the ball now, too. Cousins got all day to throw. You got to find somebody. He's going deep, and he's got KJ Osborne wide open. He breaks a tackle down inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. A heck of a play for KJ Osborne, and that's just one of those things where the corners are covering for so long. They can only hold on for so long before they're just going to break down, and that's what happens there. Osborne looked like he ran an out route of some sort, maybe a corner, and he just broke towards the inside. The corner was too busy looking in the backfield to figure out what was going on, and there was nobody there to cover him. That was the play we needed. Dalvin Cook now handoff, and Bobby Wagner meets him again after a short gain of 2. Another handoff and another stop, this time by Diggs in the backfield. We lose the 2 yards we just gained. 3rd and 10. And Cook is tired again. I really hope we're not going to run it with him considering it's 3rd and 10. And because he fumbled the last time he was tired. Okay, good. Throw it. Again, he doesn't throw it, and we take the sack. Such a promising drive is going to end with just another 3 points. Joey Sly, can you bring us within 8? There we go. 28-20 now. Russell Wilson is having himself a day. 19-29, 251 yards, 3 touchdowns. The one blemish with the interception that we already said really wasn't his fault, but it did help us on the opening in the first quarter. Quick rush up the middle for Carson. Nothing there. He gets about 3. They have not really run the ball as much as I thought they would. Keep an eye on Eskridge there. Nope, they go to DK, and he's open. First down. Xavier Woods to make the stop, but not before he already gets the first. And I was really concerned about Metcalf getting like 200 yards on us, but he's only had 1 catch since the first quarter. I'm really curious to see if they're going to start going to him more again. Wilson going deep, and it's broken up. Going for Disley again, but this time Dantzler there. Dantzler and Barr breaking up the last 2 times that Wilson has tried to connect with Disley. Another pass for Wilson, and this time it's Eskridge again. And he's going to have himself a first down, a nice toe tap on the sideline to make the play. Another pass, and this time it's to Metcalf, and I think that's another first down. Some quick passing here from Russell Wilson, and it is eating us up. Down inside to the 41 now. Well, they're close to field goal range themselves. Handoff to right side, and Carson's got a lane, and he runs over Mike Hughes on his way to the 31. We got to stop them here. We can't let them score a touchdown. At the very least, we got to hold them to a field goal. We haven't been able to do it at any point when they get in scoring range. They have been able to score. We've got to find a way to put our foot down. If we give up another touchdown here, I just don't know if we have the firepower on offense today to catch up anymore. Lets it go, and it's caught by Tyler Lockett. Mike Hughes brings him down at the 20-yard line. Another fresh set of downs for the Seahawks as they are looking to pull away by about 15 points. That'd be 35. Going, Dave, and it's picked off! Harrison Smith read the route perfectly. He was looking for Eskridge, it looked like, on the slant, and Smith, with his never-ending wisdom, is sitting there waiting for the play. Excellent job by the veteran safety. He saw it coming the whole way, too. Excellent job. And that's why you have veterans on the team. Can we capitalize on this extra turnover? We've got to do it. We got to find a way to do it. Come on, Cousins. Hand it off to Cook, and Cook breaks free of one tackle, and oh my God, he gets leveled. And we just give the ball right back. Oh, no. Jamal Adams just laid him out. Jamal Adams is not a nice guy, man. He just laid out. I was so excited. I thought that was the turning point we needed. And we just give it right back to the Seahawks on the first play. Man, what a tough break for us. And right back to DK Metcalf. Pretty sure he was double covered, and he still makes the catch, gain of 6. And the Seahawks are right back where they were. Right in field goal range, almost in the red zone. Hand off to Carson. And Carson brought down to the 19. 3rd and 1. We can still at least technically hold him to a field goal if we can get the stop here. Eskridge in motion. And it's a handoff to Carson, who finds a lane up the middle. And he's down to the 10-yard line. Another nice pickup as he's starting to find some running lanes here in the third quarter. Handoff again. This time is DJ Dallas. Man, I mentioned before this game, and he's down to the 9-yard line. Carson checks back in. Keep an eye on Metcalf working one-on-one on Dancer on the left side. That might be a target on this play. Nope, it's a handoff to Carson, and he's not going to find much. He gets 8. And now another injury. It's Cam Robinson, the newly signed left tackle for the Seahawks. The Seahawks are having a rough day with the injury bug. They came into the game without any injuries, but they're leaving with at least 2. I don't think Ford has come back. Robinson will probably come back at some point. Russell Wilson rolls out of the pocket and throws it away. We haven't been able to get many sacks on him, but that's sort of the story when it comes to playing Russell Wilson. And we do hold him to a field goal. So we get the job done. 16 carries, 107 yards, but one of them did 40 of those, or 60 of those yards. We need more consistency there as well. Handoff, and he breaks one tackle, brought down, and we're going to see our first flag of the day, and I bet you it's holding. Of course it is. Another handoff to Cook, And he's going to get out to the 21. Get some of those yards back, but now 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Cousins going to Cook over the middle, and he's going to have the first down. Yeah, you see that? He saw Jamal Adams. He ran the other way. He didn't want to see him again. Uh-oh, Cousins in trouble, and he's going to get sacked. Oh, you had to push him down a second time? That was rude. And another pass, and this time we finally get something to Jefferson again. He gets to the 32, and he's been a guy that we've not gotten as involved as he should be. 3 catches, 35 yards. I feel like that's been the story, though, for almost all of our receivers. We just haven't found ways to get these guys involved. Another pass, this time again to Dalvin Cook. Gets tripped up at the 41. And that's going to bring us to 4th down. Here we go, open up the 4th quarter. Trips right for the Seahawks. And it's a handoff to Carson, and Michael Pierce is having none of it. 2nd and 10. Trips or bunch right now. Wilson back, lets it go to Lockett again, who's working against in the zone with Kendricks and Barr close, but he'll still get 9. 3rd and 1 for Seattle. Oh boy, we're setting the blitz. All 3 linebackers coming in. Are we expecting a run here? Oh, we're not running. Oh boy, this is going to end up bad, isn't it? Oh man, I hope it doesn't end up bad, and it's going to end up bad. Oh, there goes Metcalf. It's a touchdown. I was waiting for that to happen. As soon as I saw Chris Carson motioning out of the backfield, and I knew we had a 43 called for a formation, and we were sending all 3 backers, I knew bad things were about to happen. We haven't been able to get consistent pressure all day, even when blitzing, and that means that Metcalf was left one-on-one with our corners who have been shown to not be able to cover him all day. And I think that was the nail in the coffin for us. Can we at least make this game respectable? Another pass. KJ Osborne open off the left side, and he's out across the 45 to the 47. Nice gain of, what was that, about 20 yards? Yeah, 18 yards. 4 catches, 78 yards for him. He's probably gotten open and more targets today because, you know, Seattle knows Thielen and Jefferson are the guys you got to look out for. They're playing off. Be great time to call a slant to Jefferson right here. Oh, nope. Never mind. They fell back. Oh, no. Yep. Another big sack. Are we actually going to get a stop on defense here after the game is out of reach? That wouldn't surprise me. 3rd and 4. Eskridge in motion. Hand off to Carson up the middle, and no, we let them get the first. We're going to give him another touchdown, aren't we? Into something to worry about. And he's going to get a touchdown there, adding to his good second half. You know what? We're going to make a judgment call here. We're already out of this game. I am going to go ahead and we're going to sub in Kellen Mond and Nwanu. And we're just going to see if, you know, actually, you know what? No, we're going to put in Strickland. We're putting in Strickland. I'm sorry, Nwanu, but I'm having a little bit of a love affair right now with Strickland after that preseason game, and I want to see what he can do. But we're out of this game already. Let's at least see some of these promising guys on offense. And actually, no, that reminds me. Let's check in Matt Greer. We'll swap him for Thielen. Yeah, there we go. I'm not saying it's going to change anything, but I would like to at least see these younger guys. So let's see. Maybe he can they get us a touchdown to make things respectable? Oh, Mond looking to run it. No, he just dumps it down to Cook, and it's incomplete. And I must have forgot. I forgot the sub cookout of third down back. I know here's Strickland, 3rd and 8. I doubt we're going to run it. And pass over the middle, incomplete for Irv Smith. Oh, we're going to go for it. Dalvin Cook's still in the game because I don't know how to sub him out on third down like a genius. This can end bad, isn't it? Oh, he's going deep. He's going deep, and then, oh, we get a flag! Justin Jefferson working against, I'm not sure who that was, but we get a play action. Oops, we get play action, pass interference. Why do I keep saying play action? Let me go ahead and make sure that I sub out Cook in third down. Yeah, we're just having a little bit of fun now that we're into this part of the game here. Not much else to do. This game is way out of reach. Let's at least take a chance to see some other guys on the team. All right, there we go. Let's see. Can we get some Strickland love? Can we get a Strickland touchdown on our opening game? And there it is. Handoff right up the middle, and he gets a touchdown on his first carry. Montez Strickland. Yeah, I swagged him out a little bit. Change it up a little bit. I had to. The classic look. Black gloves with the white wrist tape. We're going to try an onside kick here, and I don't know why, but yeah, that's not going to go very well. Now when you kick it directly into their group, come on. Madden, you have to get these onside kicks correct. They haven't been right in the game for years. Come on. Give us a chance to try to get them. I just really hope Seattle doesn't score again and drop a 50-burger on us. Or not. Or not. DK Metcalf again. Okay. We're back here. Mond, he's going to take a shot deep right away to Jefferson, and there is just overthrows it. Mond hasn't completed a pass. 0 for 3. Yikes. He's just chucking this thing. He doesn't even care. 0 for 4. This man's just trying to get on a highlight reel. That's all he's trying to do right now. Nwanu in motion on the outside. There it is again. He's just chucking it deep again. And oh, wow, it's somehow caught by Jefferson. There it is. Kellen Mond. There you go, bud. You're on a highlight reel. You had a big catch. Now, can you just throw the ball like a normal person? You don't need to chuck it deep every play. There's other things available. Yeah, he's chucking it deep again. Kellen Mond don't care. Play. Flag. Getting another pass interference. Can we get a second touchdown for Strickland? You know that we're going to run it. Oh, we're not. Well, you can't throw it deep this time, Mond. You got to throw it short. Watch him chuck it into row 44. Oh. Nobody there. You try to be fancy there, Mond. 1 of 6 for 37 yards. And that's it, guys. That's the game. We ended on Kellen Mond trying to be Brucey from the longest yard. It is Kellen's time to shine. Well, that game didn't go very well. So Josh Metellus at least got an upgrade out of it. We'll put that towards zone. I like to keep my safeties a little even keel, if you will. Who's Montez, and why do I keep calling our running back that? It's Montel. I'm sorry. Not much to say, guys. We had a rough game. I wish I would say that I was expecting it, but I wasn't. I was expecting us to be somewhat competitive. We were for most of the game, but things took a bad turn in the second half, and we really just could not bounce back from it. Yeah, we'll end it here. Appreciate you guys watching. Please subscribe. Hit the little bell icon at the bottom there, and leave me a like, and we'll see you next time.